Welcome to the 7 top tips for self-care, or the A to G of well-being, because Becca didn't have enough time to go to Z. So you've got the A to G, because actually 7 is easier to remember than 21. So our first tip is ask for help. We have all found things difficult at different times in our lives. And there is no shame in saying life is difficult. You can talk to friends, you can talk to family. If you can't talk to any of those, then call a helpline. The GPs and the NHS are geared for the impact that COVID has had. It is without judgment that you can go and say that you are finding life difficult and overwhelming. There is help that can be had, whether that is through some medication or some therapies or some self-guided opportunities. The help is there. Please ask for it. Our next top tip is breathe. It might seem very obvious, but you are breathing all of the time. That means that it is an anchor on which to focus your attention for a moment. My daughter has just been told that instead of using her games or TV as an opportunity to avoid feeling stressed, that first of all she calms the stress down, and then she uses the TV or the games as a reward, and that's thanks to her lovely counsellor. So breathe. It might be box breathing, where you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and then hold it. But it changes the gases in your blood, and that breathing moment helps. Our next is connect and create. We all need to connect. It might not be in an overtly extrovert, contacting lots of people way, but we need to make connections, and there are lots of ways to do it. You can connect through the telephone, you can connect through Zoom, you can connect in the park, you can connect by writing a postcard or making something for someone. But making sure you've got opportunity to connect with people in your time, but making that effort to ensure that you've found people and you've made that connection. And the other thing is create. Now, you might not be a drawer. I'm not always convinced I'm a drawer. All of these pictures are done by tracing. But you can create by playing music, listening to music, dancing, cooking, reading, doing the garden. Your chores can be creative. So finding those opportunities to live and live well. Our next is develop routine, and this is going to be different for everybody. There's no set way to live your life, but it's noticing the things that you do need. So giving yourself time to connect during the day, making sure that you've got time to breathe and take stock, making sure you've got time to reach out and ask for help if you need to. It might be rocket ships, it might be art, it might be sports, it might be the chores that you need to do. There's plenty of things that we can fill our day with and distract ourselves, but developing a routine so that you are doing the self-care needed, as well as the things that keep you ticking over. That was a good little pun with my clock there, is really important. Our next one is eat well and exercise. So the scientists, the doctors who look into nutrition say one of the things to pay attention to when we are eating is that with our fruit and vegetables, you can see the link that's about to happen, it should be a rainbow of colours. So ensuring you're getting your fatty acids and your balanced meals. And the other thing is exercise, moving your body, stretching it out, letting your heartbeat rise. If you're taking medication, by doing that, you give medication opportunity to move around your body better. And if you find exercise difficult, if going for a run is the last thing on your mind, you can do that exercise sitting in your armchair. You can move, you can stretch. There are things on YouTube, things online to ensure that you are moving those joints, moving your muscles, and that has knock-on benefits. Our next one is focus. When you are doing something, whether it is in the kitchen, whether it is a chore, whether it is cleaning your teeth, it's really important that you are able to focus on what you're doing. Not think about what you need to do next or what you did yesterday, but really pay attention. Pay attention to the smell of the carrots as you cook them, the feel of them under your fingertips, the sound of the knife on the chopping board, the smell as it wafts up, and that sweetness. But allow yourself that time to really pay attention and focus on what you're doing. It really helps the brain to put things into perspective. And our last thing is gratitude, and this was my favourite exercise to do. To think through all the little things that we can be grateful for, to go into detail, because we can be grateful for friends and family, but name the friends and family. 3 things every day has benefits to how you engage with people, how you feel grateful and thankful for what they do, and therefore improves your ability to make connection. It opens our imagination up to the wider world and helps us focus. All of these things are really important. Thank you for your time.